When you walk into the school, you're right. There's a classic building there. It's going to be an iconic building for this school. And I'm proud to be part of it. Yes, I'm proud to be part of it. It is going to house a special A-level. If you choose to come back to A-level, that's why you will start the train. Thank you for clapping. But that is where Madame May is going to sit. Sorry, Alex. Thank you for that correction. And so Alex says, you are on record for having opened that building with the exam. We are doing all we can to make it more habitable than Monday. This is our uniform. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our uniform. And we are quite glad that we even have neckties. I went to some schools and they don't have neckties. And schools, these ones are very organized. Can I just have this guy stand? This guy here. This guy will when this boy here, you also stand. This is how we dress in Halcyon High School. You take your seats. When you have practicals, some of them are not very comfortable doing practicals with neckties. And so we can give them the liberty to drop the neckties, but when it comes to theories, the executive people. I can perhaps assume that May is full. I've not got any information about an absentee in May. 80 candidates to the full house. I am suspicious that we will have next number 142. Alex, suspect the previous holiday. The other holiday, and so he appeared here on prayer, but I think he still has some challenge to hear. It's called Chebet. I think that I want to record here. However, I still have the following. Just put up your hand if you're there. Alex, when is candidate 033? Just by showing your hands. Okay, that one is present. 052. Alex 052. I see a hand here. Alex 073. And then I chose to become back. 114 Alex. 19. Thank you. 224. Thank you. 284. 307. I'm just doing a roll call. 307. I'll cross check with 307 is 315. Thank you. 344. Index number 344. Thank you. 422. And lastly, 428. After this, please take your time to go so that I'm sure that everybody is online. Friends, over to this book. I want to tell you that we started preparing this standards way time back. I stood on this very ground. We said we want to simulate what is coming in October. And we read through this book. And everybody, I'm sure, was present. And so today, I just want to do a summary. It is my entire responsibility to make sure that everybody here understands what is embedded in this book. I just want to highlight, and I want to jump all these other pages. Chief, thank you for taking us through page 5. Page 5 is talking about malpractices. Writing experimental results without performing experiments is a malpractice. Using mathematical tables, the formula with unauthorized information. Don't write anything on the question. For any additional rough work you want to read, leave the question paper intact. Indicating sample number, you don't need to write it anywhere on the answer booklet or even on the question paper. Please don't do that. Chief has talked about name usage. I talked about it some time back. Improper behavior. My friends, one time I told you that we have done our best to train you to be upright children. Now, I told you that if there is that candidate who still feels education has not changed him or her, and we have not learned anything from the time we have been here and from all these people who have been talking to you for 4 years, just send that in discipline to just give you 2 to 3 weeks from now. And then the world will open up for you. And you'll have plenty of space. And nobody will be there to tell you, please stop. You will have plenty of the time to do what you really feel like doing. Just that in discipline, whatever act it is, just give me how many weeks? Just 3. Just say that in discipline, just wait. You want to box, you want to swim, you want to escape. Just tell all those escaping, tell all those things of in discipline. Excuse me, 3 weeks. Are we together? You can speak to discipline. You can speak to it and you can listen to it. It is here. Exhibiting improper behavior in the examination books, disobeying legislators, or violent behavior such as attacking or threatening legislators, using abuse, all here. Using different kinds, Chief has so folding answer booklets, escapes in any way. This year, we are using black answer booklets. And as the tradition has been, it is 8 pages. I request you that when you get to your desk and this booklet is on your desk, could you first of all confirm that it is 8 pages? It may not, some of them will have what confirm factual error. Are you together? And one page is not there. I don't want you to continue using that answer booklet with a factual error. Because I will assume you violated this rule. Mutilate means style or removing some parts. Dismantling, folding, receive the thing as it is and hand it over as it is. All together. If you like your destiny, do that. This year, 2025, it is written here on some booklets altogether. It is the graph papers else that is of different kind. Everyone, write on one until it is formed. Our means of communication, when you want another one, is you put up your hand. That is why all these people are here. They will be appointed all over to ensure that we write successfully. Possession of a mobile phone, this one is here. And we have talked about mobile phones, my friends. I am only very disappointed that, again, the other day, the deputy had to get into action. My friends, I have warned you and I have told you, yes, you know someone with a phone and you are laughing with it and you're excited, but it can cause you problems because it is here. Mobile phones and any other communication gadgets are not allowed. Writing in pencil, Chief has talked about it. Using irrelevant chemicals and symbols, I don't know about that. Writing answers outside the designated boxes. Don't write outside the area you are supposed to write. They have said here, do not write in this margin, do not write in this margin. You concentrate on the space that is given to the candidate. I want to skip to page 34 in the interest of time. And page 34 tells us about preparing for the exam. I've done that. Everything I'm going to share with you. These children have examination cards and they already know. We use the examination cards in mock. They know how to locate where they're going to sit. My teachers did so well. I talked about the hall. Each of them is going to have these single seats here, a single seater. That is what page 35 is talking about. Our examination halls are large and lockable. We shall talk about that. The chalkboards that I'm seeing here are going to be used for writing the start time and then the end time of every session of the exam. But also we shall create a provision for what we shall call the random number. I'll talk about that as I conclude. Entering the exam, page 35, we talked about this, my friends. It is 8:30. If you have a paper, be around here and then commit our exams unto the Lord. 8:30 or 1:30 should be around the exam halls. 9 a.m. The first paper or the morning paper starts, and 2 p.m. the afternoon paper starts. We advise to ease the time. Is telling you the same thing. Ease yourselves before that time. I am happy that you have been seated here for quite some time now without walking out, meaning that you could be already trained enough. Candidates should be checked young. Under that tree is where we usually gather, and sometimes there is ample space also the other side, which is where to brief the candidates from in the morning. Who is going to sit where? Because you are going to do that. You'll be guided. Once you are guided, go and line up at the hall you are supposed to write the exam. Ready to be checked. I told them during mock that any part of the body that you feel should not be checked can be left in the dormitory. Then you come with all the parts that you need checked. I didn't see any of them leaving any part. They came with all their parts. And so I need to surrender every part to be checked. Oh my God, am I right? That's my friend of my girl. Starting the exam is here. When all the candidates are sitting, the chief will do that. We have two different bells. It's unique. One bell will be the other side, one bell will be here. I'm going to request you to listen to the different sounds to demonstrate. Because the other side has a smaller number and they're likely to do their things sharp. And this one being a big center main, we are likely to take a little bit longer. Now, the bell for main is going to have a sharp sound. Very sharp sound. I wish I had those bells. They will be brought in here. But bottom line, the bell for main will be around that tree. And so, since we're you can tell that that's your bell. The other one, the other block, it will be funny for you to listen. The other one will start writing from here. Please don't do that. Now, the procedure for opening the envelopes and so on here, I talked about this during mock. I want to page 36. I think I've talked about that a lot. These children already know what to do. I want to jump to page 39, which talks about when the examination is in progress. And I want to read this verbatim. All the personnel involved in the conduct and supervision of the examination should ensure that there is no communication between or among candidates, no attempt by parents to copy from smuggled notes. I want to promise you that there are checks and balances in this school. In case the candidates don't check themselves, you say the candidates should check themselves. You can check them before you check them. So checking is going to be the order. We have worked so hard, isn't it? We have worked so hard and we don't want one or two people to solve our efforts. No. So if you are prepared to smuggle everything, we are more prepared than you are. But 99.9% of these children do not have that habit of trafficking anything into the exam. I'm even 0.01 for any. When you go to the garden, you can't miss to see a weed, even if you have just finished weeding. If you're a farmer, you know what I'm talking about. Let me read this one. No attempt by a candidate to do the examination before the end of the examination. My friends, it is chief to tell you, please go. Work is going to be collected. But before the chief has said, has released the please don't step out of the exam. In most cases, there could be certain things that you could have left out immediately before you see these envelopes. Because there's a signing process. We are answer booklets. And there are different rooms. Some people will be selected from the other rooms to come around with the answer booklets to this room. And it is up here that we shall have chief inspector. If there are different rooms, you need to accompany the invigilator together with their answer booklets. And so, those of you who will come from the other rooms will witness the scene of the envelopes in which your answer booklets are entered. And you witness by just not looking at what the process, but also signing somewhere. And you're going to be asked to sign that yes, true, our envelope is being seen. So let's not hurry. You can't go, ladies, let me use this example. You can't go to the maternity. You are going to give birth, and you run away and leave your child in the maternity. What have you done? I think that you should go through the entire process until the doctor tells you now you can go with your what? Actually, some of you should stay here and even help the head of the center to carry your let us collectively be responsible together. Yes. If you have understood, you clap once. Thank you. Threatening anyone of the invigilator team, I don't have this history. Unless one person here is going to be in the history of the school for doing it for the first time. I don't have this history. Around examination or in the examination room, no conduct has been exposed to the examination getting into contact with. Now this one happens especially in practicals. My friends, we have planned in such a way that each practical session will have 2 shifts. And Chief is going to be responsible for announcing who is going to shift to one, who is going to shift to. It happened in more that some 3 students did not listen to the teacher critically, and then they ended up going into shift number 1. That should not happen. To listen to shift number, it's not called quarantine. Our students are waiting and ready for confinement. That will apply in both science practicals and also ICT practical papers. We are going to have 2 shifts. And don't go into a shift that you're not meant to go to. Excuse me, in case I have not heard well, you say, excuse me, sir, where do I belong? Excuse me, madam, where do I belong? These are humans. Let us talk, and they will guide you very well. No attempt by government to copy from another. No next. We will try to space the basics to standard. That is why we could not make main center 499. We know the capacity of the 3 rooms, so we reduce the number little in order to quiz for 170 8 candidates. How many is going to be? It's going to break if you try to elongate it. Okay, friends, I want to go to some other issues we discussed them last